Sorry, Jamie, I'm first. Hello, everybody. Salam, Jatori. Hey! On behalf of my beautiful wife, thank you. And we would like to thank you all for joining us here to celebrate our marriage. It's a privilege to be in the company of so many people that are important to our lives. So thank you all for choosing to share today with us. I know it was meant to be our special day, but it wouldn't be very special without all you guys being here today, so thank you very much for coming, guys. Now to start off with, I have a few housekeeping items myself before we get started. One, to those of you who haven't been to a Persian wedding before, you're in for a real treat. It may be an eye-opener for some with all the techno music, singing and dancing later on tonight, but trust me, it's all good fun. Two, when we talk about the bride tonight, we may use any of the following names, i.e. Isabella, Isabel, Izzy, Toktam, or Toki. Also, she likes to be called Queen of My World, but that's mainly just for me. Just to confirm, all of those names do refer to the bride. Three, we'd like to thank Nikki and Sahel for being our marriage celebrants here today. Jamie. Great job, guys. And it was great, Sahel, to have Shu and Shelby and Sheena's dad doing the Persian reading at our wedding, which was really cool. Thanks, Sahel. Four, big thanks to the twin act of AJ and Ellie for doing the emceeing tonight. Cheers to you, fellas. Five, thanks to Amiga for doing the wedding singing and DJing us for tonight, sorry. Bro, I know you don't do wedding gigs and that much anymore, but with your singing career blowing up and that, so thanks for doing the favour for us and for Rue. Everyone, we're in the midst of a future superstar downstairs there. Look him up on Instagram and YouTube and all the rest of it, because the bro can really sing. Nice job. Six, our pretty little flower girl today is named Zabel, not to be mixed up with Isabel. Wherever you are, Isabel, thank you so much for helping out today. You look very pretty. And seven, I'd like to thank our son Dante for being the ring bearer today. Thanks, Dons. How about that? My man, look at him. And for those in doubt, because of his blonde hair and curls, you think that he in fact may not be mine. Let me please present Exhibit A, my mother Cheryl, and Exhibit B, my Nana Puri. Both blonde and curly, looking great tonight, ladies. I think it's in the DNA. Okay, well, it's about bloody time, isn't it? I think it's about time I took the training wheels off and get into marriage, as it were. I've appreciated everyone's encouragement over the years for me to sort out my proposal to Isabella. And I've also appreciated such things as the nickname The Tortoise, some of you affectionately called me, which I assume describes the speed at which I've moved in this department. But here we are now, so I got there. Thank you. Come on, let's get back to my goodness me, this crowd. What the hell? My friends or something, come on. Also, I'm pretty sure there were some betting odds on with the wigs to see if there was actually going to be a Brodelo wedding before all 6 of my cousins were married. So, that was good. This leads me on to thanking my whole side of the family tonight. I know a number of you have flown in from overseas and at great trouble and expense, and it's great to see you guys. And Toki and I really appreciate you guys taking out the time to be with us here tonight. I'd like to thank my parents, particularly my mother, for that which she has sacrificed for us over the years. And also, Mum, I know it must be hard to come to the terms with the fact that you've raised the perfect son. Thanks, Josh. I'd also like to thank my groovy nan, Nana Puri, for all the love you've given to us over the years, our shared interest in bonsai trees, and your ability to make the best fritters out of any edible substance within reach. Thank you, Naren.
Where are they?
I'd like to thank my younger sister Talia and my brother Matt for being great siblings to grow up with, but for also becoming even greater people in adulthood. I'd also like to thank Chrissy, Matt's partner, where are you Chrissy? Hand up. For bringing a new baby Brodelo girl to us in April. We're really excited for a new pup to the family. Well done. And I'd like to thank Downey, my brother Josh's partner, she's here, for, with all due respect mate, being my right hand man in the office and for fighting the good fight. Thanks mate! And I'd like to thank my brother Josh for always being deep in the trenches of life with me, for any battles that have come our way over the years. It's a partnership I am proud to be one half of. And thank you, Josh, for being an exemplar to me and all of those around you with your solid character and unwavering values. Cheers, Josh. Now, I'd like to give a big merci, which means thank you, to my new Persian family. Come on, where are you, Persians? That's it. There you go. I'd like to thank my new in-laws, Nazreen and Reza, for raising such a wonderful daughter and the love of my life. I thank you for the warm welcome you've given me into your family. I've had a lot of fun at your family events over the years and are amazed at the huge amount of love the Persian community has for each other and their families. It's quite humbling to see and to feel. I'm also very proud to have helped bring Dante, Dudu Tala, to you and your family. My gift to you. Please ask any Persian around you later if you want an explanation of why Persian women call their sons Dudu Talas, which translates to golden penis. But thank you, Riza, Isabella's dad, for all your advice over the years and for your sacrifice of leaving Iran and coming to New Zealand for your children's future. I owe you for choosing New Zealand and therefore allowing the chance of me meeting Toktam. I hope I fulfill your vision of a husband for your eldest daughter. To Nazreen, Isabella's mum, mercy to you and your doting love and adoring of my son Dante. I really want Nazreen to only speak Farsi, the Persian language, to Dante so he learns the language firsthand the best he can from her and Toki. I'm so thankful of your sacrifice for you leaving your husband Riza working in Australia and for you to come to New Zealand to look after Dante with great Grandma Noori. Mercy. Thank you, Noori. Thank you to you all. I'd like to also give a big thanks to all of our friends that join us here today. Most of you guys we've known for years, and I even went to primary school with a good bunch of you. It makes me glad to see you all here today, because I think the older you get, the more you need the people you knew when you were young. So I'm glad you guys will still have me around after all these years, and thank you for being here today. It's awesome. Now, to my work team at Pipeline and Infrastructure, thanks for coming today, and thanks for being the best at what you do. For some reason, we're always put in the position to take on the most difficult jobs in our line of work, the jobs that no one else wants, the crucial jobs on the largest construction company's most critical paths, tough jobs that can stop hundreds of millions of dollars of work on New Zealand's largest projects. They asked P and I to do this work, and the reason I'm told is because what we say we'll do gets done. The reason why we have confidence to take on these difficult jobs is that we surround ourselves not with the many, but with the best. We know that your skill and ability is proven, and all those hours spent working at it has just layered on that skill, and it still builds every day. And also that the words "did not finish" are not in our vocabulary. Thank you again for coming today and for being beside us daily, doing the difficult. Cheers, boys. Yeah. And girls. All right, now at this point I'd like to take the time to propose a toast to the bridal party for looking absolutely gorgeous today, ladies. Well done. And thank you for helping Toki out today on a big day. Raise your glasses, everybody. To the bridal party, cheers. And also a shout out to you dogs. Also a shout out to my groomsmen for looking real sharp today, fellas. Well done. And a big thanks here to my best man Jamie for organising the couple of stag do's we had. Hopefully that's it. Cheer to all the boys that came to the Vegas one and the Auckland version we had last Saturday. Thanks again for the punishment. I sensed a smidge of revenge in there from some of you fellas. And in my defence, I probably deserved it. Right you are. Cheers boys.
Glad mine's brief.
Sorry. And this leads me on to the star of today, my gorgeous new wife, Isabella. Toki, you look absolutely stunning today, and I knew you would, obviously, given that I wrote this speech 2 weeks ago. In fact, you look incredible every day, and I feel so much, I love you so much, and I feel blessed that I get to spend the rest of my life with you. With regards to the wedding, to be honest, organising the wedding today has been all Isabella. I think it was 37 years in the making. She basically organised everything and has done a fantastic job. In my defence, a few months ago, I did try to help out with the wedding planning a bit. I started by inquiring about the seating plan, and after asking who I was being seated next to, she didn't speak to me for like a week. Now, what can I tell you about my wife? If anyone knows Isabella, you know that her accent can sometimes be a language barrier, making life quite interesting. We've been together for 14 years, and to be fair, I still can't understand what she says sometimes. Scissor means scissors, spinach means spinach, and so on. It's not only the words, but sometimes it's the sayings that get her. A good example of this was the other day. My brother Matt and I were in the kitchen, and she said to us, "What is a shoe fly?" I'm like, "Huh?" And she's like, "What is a shoe fly?" And Matt starts laughing. In the background, she'd put on some nursery rhymes for our son, and they were singing, "Shoe fly, don't bother me, shoe fly, don't bother me." But it's not just the words and the sayings. As a joke one day, I playhardly did the old pull my finger trick. Next thing you know, she actually grabs hold of the end of my finger and starts pulling. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I just stood there shocked. I couldn't quite fathom that a 25-year-old woman that had lived in New Zealand since she was 12 had never had the old pull my finger joke done on her. I mean, this is something that you're exposed to when you're young in New Zealand, typically by your older brother or cousin or boys in the school playground. And there she was, still holding and pulling on my finger. I was literally stunned and taken back. I mean, here was a prime opportunity to show someone that by fluke of nature had somehow missed out on being victim to one of the oldest New Zealand kids' jokes ever invented. Problem was, I was so stunned with glee that I couldn't execute. I mean, my mouth had written a check that my ass literally couldn't cash. And she just stood there, still pulling on the end of my finger, getting bored by now, saying, "Come on, Daddy, I'm pulling your finger, where is this going?" I'm standing there thinking to myself, this is the greatest opportunity of your life, and you have someone missing it, Dan. I can't remember if I actually farted that time, but let me tell you, if anyone tries that joke on her now, watch out for a swift kick to the balls, that's for sure. And surprisingly, even after stuff like that, she will still have me. And this is one of the reasons I love her, because she is quite accepting of me and my long list of faults. And I think her acceptance is one of the reasons we've had a lasting relationship for 14 years so far. And for a guy like me, who is prone to a couple of mistakes and overreaching a bit, and sometimes overstepping my boundaries, it really helps to have a girl that is accepting of you and is the #1 cheerleader of your dreams and ambitions. And the good thing about being together with Isabella for 14 years prior to marriage is that it has provided me with some insight into what I can expect life to be like with my future wife. So I've made a short list of examples for you. She looks good in the morning when she wakes up and without makeup. She used to scratch her car mags on curbs a lot, so I got her a 4x4, and now she just parks on top of curbs a lot. She still watches Home and Away and Neighbours, and I still can't stand either. When she drinks booze, it's like lighting a double happy, a real short wick with a loud bang. She doesn't smell after she does a gym workout, which of course is just like me. The floor of her car is a safety hazard and might as well be a shoe rack. She always wants a small bite of my burger and then hands it back to me looking like I've been mauled by a Sasquatch. At home she steals my jandals and 5 minutes later couldn't tell you where she's left them. She hates watching sports but never complains when I change the channel to ESPN. She calls the cartoon characters Wallace and Gromit, Wallace and Gormlet. She'd rather go to Browns Bay for dinner than be taken to Byron Bay for the weekend. She has a master's degree, but still has trouble with the heat pump remote. She cries at pretty much anything, but she is also fiery and will stand up for herself when she thinks something's not fair. She used to work at KFC, and it's still her favourite fast food. This actually sealed the deal for the marriage proposal, in case you're wondering. She's an excellent social worker, and she loves helping less fortunate Kiwi kids and their families. She gave me the best gift I've ever received, our son Dante. She's a great mum, and she lets me get my sleep so she doesn't have 2 whinging babies in the morning. Our son thinks she's Wonder Woman. She is my Wonder Woman. She thinks she can't cook, but when she tries she can. She thinks she can't sing, and she's right. People always like her more than they like me. She loves her family, she loves my family, and I'm pretty sure she loves me. Let's please raise your glass to my beautiful wife. To Toki, I love you so much, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.